Café and Networking Podcast promotes business owners and business experts throughout the world. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, podcasting, connecting people from my studio in Brazil. Today we talk with Ali Nasser, and he's joining us from Houston, Texas. Ali Nasser, a speaker, author of The Business Owners Dilema. Ali is a passionate entrepreneur, communicator, and life enthusiast. He loves connecting with people and enhancing intentionality to help them find their best path forward. So Ali, what does it mean to live intentionally?
Well, Tom, great to be on the show. Intentionality or intention is a word that's often used in the marketplace. And what I feel intention is, and specifically intentionality, is being in a state of looking at the purpose behind what it is that you're doing. Mm-hmm. So every time you make a decision, you're asking yourself, is this decision in alignment with my lifetime goals, my lifetime ideals? And am I living day to day in alignment with that outcome that I desire? That's what I believe intentionality to be.
So it's not just a quick answer. It's a quick answer, but based on a lot behind it.
Right. It's about knowing what you really value in life and taking the time to identify that. And then asking yourself every day, is the decision or the action that I'm doing today, is it in alignment with the ideal outcome I want?
And again, with tendencies in tomorrow, the future.
Yes.
Yes, everything's changing every day. So what you're saying, we need to change our mindset every day.
Well, so that's the key thing, is that everything changes every day. If you don't have ideals and lifetime outcomes that you want, you don't have core values, then you're constantly going to be, one day I'm doing this, one day I'm doing that, and you're like a tetherball going back and forth, and you're frustrated, and you're getting overwhelmed by the mental chatter from all the different noise that's around you. The media will throw you off, a cocktail party will throw you off. When you have core values and you're living intentionally towards those core values, all of that noise gets subdued. Because these are the 4 or 5 things I value in my life. And if it doesn't align with those, I'm going to ignore them. So in fact, it actually creates more clarity and purpose for you,
right,
versus getting affected by the noise.
So it's like honing a knife, right? It could be sharp, but to make it sharper, you need to keep passing it, right? So every day we readjust our core values. We realign to our core values. Right. Michael Jordan, he says that, and I know Brazil is a great basketball country. Yes.
But Michael Jordan, he says, anytime life goes off track, you have to go back to your fundamentals. Your fundamentals might be 500 jump shots a day. It might be doing sprints. It might be meditating. It might be drinking enough water. Those fundamentals are what carry you through life. And when people don't have fundamentals or don't stick to their fundamentals, life can just take them down this path where they feel lost and overwhelmed. And much of my work is with entrepreneurs and business owners. And what I've found is too many entrepreneurs are not enjoying the success that they've earned.
Well, I see that too, because obviously a startup or somebody getting started, they sort of question everything every day. And that might lead to failure and not to success.
I think it's good. I agree. If you self-doubt and having anxiety towards the future is a natural part of life, especially as an entrepreneur, because there's a lot of uncertainty.
Right.
But if you're really tied to an end vision, if you say, I'm building my company and I really want to see this vision happen, that end vision gives you a lot of fuel toward getting more and more energy because you want that outcome. If you're just in it for the money, or you're just in it because it's the cool new business, or you're just in it because then you don't have that unlimited energy because you're not tied to an end vision. Then life can really overwhelm you. And you might wake up in the morning going, what am I doing? Why am I doing this, right? Every day Elon Musk gets up and he's got a clear vision of what he wants for SpaceX, what he wants for Tesla, what he wants for colonizing Mars. And that gives him fuel to go do what he does.
Right.
Because he's married to an end outcome. If you can be tied to an end vision, your ability to put the resources to work and have more energy gets multiplied substantially.
Well, what you're saying, for a startup, before starting, they really need to sit down and define what is that vision, what are their core values before taking the first step, right?
Yes. I think being very clear about what the end goal is for the company, why you're building it, what success looks like, begin with the end in mind. Stephen Covey talks about it in his book, 7 Habits, one of my favorites. And if you begin with the end in mind, everything becomes clear, because when you get lost, you know what that end or that North Star is, and you can realign. We're going there. That's what we're doing.
Well, your book, The Business Owners Dilemma, and as a speaker, who do you speak to?
So I speak to business owners and entrepreneurs, and those business owners and entrepreneurs that have already established a business, they've already been successful, they've proven that their company works or their business model works, and now they're at a point where I've reached the destination to a degree. Once upon a time, I wished that I could reach this point. Now I've reached this point. Well, what do I do now that I'm facing the dilemmas of success?
Right.
And I found that there's 3 critical dilemmas that they face on their journey, and entrepreneurs can sometimes be overwhelmed by those dilemmas and decision points. Right. And I'm there to help give them clarity at a time where they need it.
Well, I find that many companies, many persons, they don't plan for success. They actually start out and plan for failure. And when they do reach success, that becomes a dilemma. Now what do I do?
That's absolutely right. Absolutely right, Tom.
Well, very good. Well, Ali, how can our audience find you?
So the easiest place is just my website, alinasser.com. So it's ALINASSER.com. They can also, they can connect with me there directly, and they've got all the resources on that hub. And they can also look at the book, The Business Owners Dilemma, which is on Amazon.
Very good.
And that's easy access to the book there.
Very good. Well, Ali, thanks for being part of the program today.
Tom, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Good. And to our audience, again, it's Ali Nasser, ALINASSER. You also find him on LinkedIn and alinasser.com. The book, as he said, The Business Owners Dilemma, you'll find that on Amazon. Café and Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information on their website, focusmi.com. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.